Okay.
It is. What is it?
Oh, it's Sunday night.
It's Sunday night, everyone.
It's been so long that it's been 3 weeks. I have not seen this guy in 3 solid weeks.
We have been super crazy, but you went to go to that great conference.
Oh yeah, I was at the and JJ Virgin did Sunday night service with me last Sunday. So that was awesome. But here's to Sunday night service and Sunday night communion. So Bonnie, I'm so glad to see you on. As you guys get logged on and geared up here, hit your heart buttons, hit your like buttons, tell us where you're listening from as well. And if you have questions, hello Bonnie.
Hey, Bonnie.
If you have questions for us tonight, please post them up there. Now I have tons of questions that were sent in by email and I've printed off and I've ran to the office and got some supplements, as you can see back here. But here, let's take a little taste.
Taste, this is very good. This is a very good wine.
Okay, one of the first questions I got, which is quite hilarious, is what wine do you all drink on Sunday nights? Well, let me tell you, I'm a tightwad, but I do buy good wine when I buy it. And this is actually Arrington Vineyards Stag's White. So they're a local vineyard here in Nashville. So I drank, this is what this is. Good, right?
It's very good.
It's a Chardonnay. Okay, but oh my goodness, people. I drank Dry Farm wines for the first time last week when I was at the JJ Virgin conference or Mindshare. It's the best wine I've ever had in my life.
So good.
Hands down. Sorry, Arrington. The best wine I've ever had. Dry Farm wines. Okay. And Allie, my office manager, that's what she's drank for a long time.
Yeah.
It gets shipped to my office and I'm always like, why are you ordering wine? Well, let me tell you, this kid's going by. I don't have anything to do with Dry Farm wines. You can go on and order it online and do whatever. But
completely, it is the truth. Like we have an assistant that orders it, and they say it's sulfite free, and literally it's that smooth that when you drink it,
sugar free, like it doesn't break down.
No, and then when you get up in the morning, you really actually feel pretty normal, pretty good.
So I'm going to start ordering some, and we'll have Dry Farm wine. So that was the first big question. But here's a question you guys may have, because
I love
look
that,
at us.
I
all right,
really
as you guys log on, ask your questions, hit your hearts, tell us where you're calling from. I mean, where you're from and all that stuff on here. Hello,
Michelle.
Julie. Hey, Michelle. Lisa, you're on here. All right, guys. So several of you have on here who have actually emailed questions in too. So, oh, guys, we love you all.
Love you
so
guys.
we have got our day walker glasses on. So I have a day pair for daylight, and I have a nighttime pair for nighttime that you wear 30 to 60 minutes before you go to bed. Blocks out the junk light, the EMFs, all the bad things,
all
right?
the bad
Coming
things,
from,
all
and
the
during
lights.
the day as well. These were part of the conference that I went to in San Diego from Dave Asprey. Dave Asprey, who is the guy behind Bulletproof Coffee, right?
Yes.
He is the Bulletproof Coffee guy, New York Times bestseller, etc. These were there. So we each got a pair, and then I made a donation to another cause and got the daytime. No, I got the nighttime ones. So these things are amazing.
They actually are very,
I have
like
nothing
these.
to do with True Dark glasses. True Dark. You can look that up online. At True Dark is the hashtag, but it's also true. I think it's truedark.com. Not sure, but all about stopping junk light.
Junk light.
And they feel great, don't they?
They actually have a padding around the edges.
Yes, they do.
And they block out all the EMF.
Yeah, it's crazy how they look. And I slept so great the first night that I used these.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we're going to get right to your questions. All right, people, we've got you logged on here. As you get on here, hit your like buttons, hit your heart buttons, and then post your questions up here if you have questions. I'm going to have to look. Oh, yeah, the pH of water. Well, we've got that. Oh, Bonnie, I know. Norma Kamali, well, of course, the fashion icon. You know, my graduate degree is in fashion design, and then I decided to go back and become a nurse. So I'm right up there with Norma Kamali. All right, so I've got this pulled up, and we're going to answer. Aren't they amazing?
Yes,
you're going to have
really
to order
is.
you some.
I am going to
They're
have
like
to.
$100 or something, but for those, and I think these are a little bit less expensive. But he does all his podcasts on these with these boogers on, and yeah.
You'll notice that we've had patients that come in with different color glasses. We've had young guys, parents put young guys on these colored lenses, and they would say that if you block out all the junk light and all the EMF, like it actually calms your brain down. So that's essentially what's happening. And I feel actually calmer. And it's not even the wine.
You do?
It really is. I feel calmer with this right now.
Isn't it something?
This is no exaggeration.
Well, there you go. Y'all think we're crazy and all that stuff, but I'm telling you, we got some good ideas here. I know.
Wow.
Keep them on.
I am
Keep
telling
them
you,
on.
this is really great.
Aren't they cool?
Yeah, it's super great.
All right, we'll order you some.
Yep.
All right. Well, we're going to get started right in here to questions, guys. All right. Post your questions up here and I'll start looking and see what y'all are saying. But here we go. I think Bonnie said this. I can't remember, but because I printed these things off on a sheet. She says, I'm hearing a lot about intermittent fasting, right? Like fasting for 16 hours, eating for 8 hours, or 24 hours once a week. Or twice a week, I'm sorry. There's also some extreme fasting practices out there, water only for 21 days. I could not do that. With the belief that this is the only way to clean out your organs. That's wrong, by the way. Can you address some of this if you have time? Okay. So what are your thoughts on intermittent fasting?
I will say that many of my patients, if I had 10 patients, I've got 4 to 5 that do intermittent fasting.
Okay.
And I personally think that when we deal with people with the blood sugar issues and liver issues, that it is beneficial to those individuals.
Yes.
Because it does give their body and their livers and their pancreas time to rest. But that is not for everybody. I hope that.
I'm just looking at us.
I know. I feel like I'm really. But
I love it.
If any individual comes in with a pancreas blood sugar issue and liver like detoxification and methylation, I think intermittent fasting is really good for those individuals because it teaches your body and your cells to recycle the toxins, like pull the toxins out and recycle them and then use them for good things. And it's hard at first, but I mean, most everybody that has come into the office has found benefit from it.
I'm telling you, I don't officially do it, but I bet probably 3 to 4 days a week. I usually intermittent fast at about probably 12 to 16 hours.
I agree. I
many times will do a detox shake. I do because people were wanting to know about a constant kind of detox. So we'll kind of do this actually in together. I drink the Ultra Clear Renew. This is the actual detox shake that is in the Metagenics 10-day detox, right? So they sell it separately. Yep. We have it separately. I drink this about 4 days a week at the office. And usually I don't eat anything after dinner until probably lunch the next day. And I just drink the detox shake.
Do you personally like to do it in water or almond
Well,
milk or
no, I
else?
personally like to make it into like a big old smoothie for crying out loud, but I don't have any of that at the office. I just mix it with cold water and drink it down and it tastes fine. So that's usually what I end up doing. And this is like a gentle detox to your liver, to your kidneys, heavy metal detoxification, because this pulls out heavy metals as well. So somebody asked about this, and so we'll go ahead and mix that in here. I guess that's not considered true intermittent fasting if you drink a detox shake. Is it, or is it? I don't know.
I'm not sure
Maybe
exactly.
not.
Maybe not, but
maybe not.
You get some nutrients in there. Maybe it's not considered like
it's
the rest,
great. And I'm full. I mean, totally full.
I need to try that. I need to tell Brandon. I need to get that.
Yeah, that you need that. You need to just sell that because it's fantastic. For those of you who don't want to detox, that is a great, like do the 10-day Metagenics detox. That is a fantastic shake to just drink every single day. But I'm a big believer in intermittent fasting. And I have somebody who's watching on here right now. I don't know if she's asked a question, but she has lost, oh my gosh, I don't know how much weight by intermittent fasting.
Yes.
She's only really eating like 3 or 4 days a week. And she actually may say something about that on here. 3 or 4 days a week, and she's just doing phenomenal. She said her head is clearer. Yeah. Here's the benefits, Bonnie, that I see from intermittent fasting. People's heads are clearer.
Yes.
They think clearer. They have more energy in the afternoon, and you're burning calories. You're burning fat, so you're dropping the weight as well if you need to lose weight.
Exactly. And and when you don't eat, for instance, sometimes in the morning, I'll try to train myself when I get to the office that like you'll do like the bulletproof coffee, with the butter in it. I'll do that.
Yes.
And some mornings, guys, I will go in and practice till, like Dani just said, maybe 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. Yep. I may have like a small smoothie or a small like something like just to like something I can take in. But I do feel clear almost to the point where my head feels so good. I'm like, I don't know if I want to eat anything.
I know. I know.
You get
so
like
it's kind
that
of
'cause you're
crazy.
on
And you
track.
and I don't need to lose a lot of weight,
Yeah.
although I've gained 10 pounds since January, and I'm not happy about that. Somebody asked, what about drinking the OptiCleanse GH once a day? Absolutely. That is from Zymogen, and that is their detox shake. And I love that. Denise, I love that shake. We keep that in the office. I keep it in vanilla in the office. It's an excellent detox shake. I mean, and it's just a gentle, continual detoxification, phase 1, phase 2 of the liver.
And I think comparatively, I mean, they all work, guys, like both Metagenics and Zymogen. They both just depends on the patient. But I love the idea that, like you say, when you're doing intermittent fasting and having those nutrients come into your body, it almost gives your body rest from breaking down the food, right? And then give you the nutrients to help carry out all the other processes.
You bet. All right, guys, keep posting your questions. We'll answer those as soon as I get through all these that were sent in earlier. But keep hitting your heart buttons and and posting your questions. Hey, Dani, I was wondering your thoughts on the importance of pH of the bottled water that we drink. I've been trying to drink more alkaline water, or at least equal to our body's pH. I've been wondering what your thoughts are. What do you think about pH water?
I do like pH in most instances, but I will not recommend the same pH for everyone, because we have talked about, Dani had mentioned months ago, about how if individuals who have kidney stones or have problems with gallstones, you don't want to do something with too high of a pH. So it really does depend on the patient's acidic levels, and that sounds very vague for me to say, but for instance, if you came in and you had a yeast infection and yeast was very high on you, or we found staph or strep or something of that sort, and I knew your pH was really, really low, like I need to give you on a higher pH, like alkaline water, that's when I would suggest it. So it depends on your inflammatory patterns. So as we talk about Crohn's, we talk about the bowel, we talk about thyroid, Hashimoto's.
Yes.
As inflamed as you are, yes, you can do a higher amount of pH. But I will say this, be mindful too, that if you buy the bottled water and you do pH, that's a good thing. But even and this is no knock on anybody's Kangen water systems. There's many out there, guys, but keep checking the pH with your own pH strips, because there are some individuals that have told me, and I've tested, where their pH is not exactly where they say it's supposed to be on the machine. So just do your own research. But I do tell people to do certain types of pH.
Yes.
I hope that wasn't drawn out, guys. But
yes, and you have to be careful with bottled water, period, in general, right? So you may be drinking all this great pH water, but then you're getting all these BPAs. Or even if you're drinking BPA water, well, they've got to use something to make it non-BPA, right?
So it's a good point.
Right?
That's a perfect point. It is.
But you can't live in a bubble, Julie. So it's one of those things. You just got to do the best you can and keep your body detoxing at all times. Then I had a question from, and I can't remember. Actually, all three of these are from my high school friends, which is quite funny. And they all lived in Calvert City. Two are sisters.
I love it.
And one lived on another street over. She says, where can I find a real anti-inflammatory diet? Well, let me tell you, Wendy, my all-time favorite is JJ Virgin. And again, I have used her for 6 years, never met her until last week when I was invited to the Mindshare conference, which was just unbelievable. This is a basic, straight up anti-inflammatory elimination protocol. I just cooked 2 things out of it today, the baba ganoush, and one today, and I'm in the middle of making the lasagna. But this is cutting out gluten, dairy, soy, corn, sugar, eggs, peanuts. If you want to go straight up anti-inflammatory, there you go.
That's it.
Those are the top 7 foods in the country right there that inflame people. Now, some people like me have got a sensitivity to cashews, apparently. So these are the 7 top. There are always other foods that are inflammatory. But what we know, and I think it was Wendy who wrote this question, but I can't remember. What we know is if you're eating packaged, processed, bagged, canned, tubed, fake food, you're eating an inflammatory diet.
Yes.
So you can be following this, but still be eating fake food, not cooking these recipes from scratch, right? This, people, is 1 ingredient food right here.
Yes.
What's not 1 ingredient food is when you're opening up a box, a bag, a can, a tube, a roll. May be gluten-free or dairy-free, but can still be a bunch of crap.
Exactly. So you're saying that you can avoid the foods that she recommends and you recommend, But if you're eating something that's packaged in a bottle, in a can, you're still not doing the work. You need to actually cook your own food.
Hands down. Absolutely. You've got to chop it, cook it, bag it, meal prep it.
Man,
and I
you
did
need to
all
make that a
afternoon.
song.
I'm telling you. And so I shared a video on Instagram today where I was chopping,
so
cooking,
great.
bagging, doing my deal over there. And you have to. You cannot out supplement a bad diet.
No.
And I think
cannot.
it was Wendy. I can't remember who wrote this, who emailed this question to me. But anyway, I'm telling you, sis, this is the key right here. Now, I love a Mediterranean diet. I think Whole30 is great. I think all of that. But I'm telling you, this right here, you can live this the rest of your life.
You can.
It's basically a Mediterranean diet.
Completely. It's the Mediterranean that me and Dani have touted it all this time.
Yes.
That when you knock out some of these things and you actually get to the point where you don't crave them anymore, like I can't believe now that when I go back and have some, you can have a time where you're like, oh, I had some of that. It's not like you can't enjoy it, like it tastes good, but I can't do too many of it because I can actually feel it kind of inflame me if I do too much of something. And you were telling me, remember the book you were talking about, the plant paradox?
Yes.
Like
I think our computer's sitting on top of the plant
Exactly.
paradox, right?
Definitely. When you said that, there was we talked about JJ Virgin had patients come in, and I've had a few that would follow not doing any lectins, and a few patients have lost literally 13 to 18 pounds in 3 weeks.
Wow.
Just not doing the foods and being strict with it. So it can't have, and guys, I'm not saying this is just random. No, people who follow it lose weight.
You bet they do.
Easily. It's crazy. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, I made the baba ganoush off of here today. Oh my gosh. I have never roasted an eggplant in my life. And I was going to tell you all what page this is on, but I don't know. It was the easiest thing I've ever done in my life. And I love baba ganoush. Eggplant, tahini, garlic, olive oil, lemon, salt, and pepper. It is in my refrigerator. I ate almost the whole thing, but I'm trying to meal prep.
You gotta have somebody
week.
over filming. I know you do that on yourself, but you gotta have somebody. People would follow you when you watch that stuff.
Baba ganoush, page 118, right here. 118. I'm telling you, if you have the Virgin Diet Cookbook, you need to make it. It's the easiest thing. And I bought an organic cucumber, cut it up. I found some, they don't make, or I can't find gluten-free pita bread, which you would normally dip your baba ganoush in. But I found a gluten-free focaccia from Against the Grain. I don't remember who I bought it from. But anyway, okay, we're on to that. That's my all-time favorite.
There are so many recipes.
Oh, no. There's 150 plus. I'm telling you, she's the real deal. And I fell in love with her even more. And if you didn't see Sunday night service last week where it was just short, 16 minutes, she stepped in graciously and made a public appearance for me on Sunday night service.
She's so lovable.
Because I love her. And I, again, have sold thousands of books for this woman and have never met her until last week. And it was great. I'm not starstruck by many people, but I sure do adore that woman. All right. What's the deal, Aaron says, with Somaderm gel? That's all the rage right now. Now, if you've used Somaderm or if you've tried it, hit your heart button or hit your like button. Has anyone tried it and does it really work? Okay. I don't know anything about this is all I can say. Now, I've got several people who've reached out to me. 2 doctors, 1 pharmacist, a naturopath, multiple people trying to get me to promote it. And I don't know anything about it. What Somaderm is, and you all can speak to this, those of you that have used it, it's a homeopath, right? Mm-hmm. Human growth hormone, correct? Mm-hmm. I don't mess around with human growth hormones personally, and I've had that stance from day one. Mm-hmm. So I let an endocrinologist deal with human growth hormone stuff. So they clearly won't know. So I don't know anything about it. As I was researching a little bit of it, actually, Dr. Motley and I both were, there's all kinds of stuff up there. Is it a hoax? Is it hype? Is it real stuff? I really don't know.
Well, I've only had 2 people that have mentioned Somaderm to me, but we were talking about it and trying to research even before tonight. And it's not that I don't understand what growth hormones do, but I haven't had too many people come in and use that. So it's one of those things, maybe hopefully in the next few weeks, maybe people will come in and say they've used it.
Yeah, I know there's a provider who came by the office the other day, and I was seeing a patient. I couldn't talk to them, and I need to talk because I know they're using it and wanting me to use it. And anything that's new and that comes out, I usually get, and so does he, all kinds of people wanting us to sell it, use it, promote it. And I'm just real careful. I'm telling you, people, I just think you have to eat well, sleep well, move well, poop well, right? Decrease stress and have community. And the rest of the stuff is supplemental. And I just am real careful on what I promote and what I think is out there. And people know this about me. I mean, I just don't. I don't put my name behind I don't have my name on anything, but you know what I mean? I don't promote many things.
I don't promote.
Because I don't know.
That's exactly. I think that one of the main goals at the office we have is we try to, like, limiting diet. The first avenue is to eliminate and take away things from patients in a positive way and see how much that does for them. You are too. Like, we want to, like, cut stuff out because we don't want you to have to take more supplements than you have to.
Right.
We'd rather you just, like, can we eliminate inflammatory issues? With Somaderm, like, there's one supplement I do like by NutriWest. It's called Total GHR. It's a growth hormone, but it's not growth hormone, guys. It's vitamins and minerals that support the pathways in your body to help growth hormone.
Oh, okay.
And we've seen a lot of young people, like young guys especially, working with them, giving them the vitamins and minerals to help accentuate the growth hormone. And some of those guys have grown when they've been stunted, because we've found that many times, with Somaderm, I haven't had them come in with that, but finding that viruses and things of that sort can actually get into the body and hinder testosterone and estrogen production. But I would be very interested to see if somebody comes with Somaderm so I could test them. But
yeah, I would love to know.
Yes.
As well. Okay, we've got another question here. This was emailed to me. What are your thoughts on bone strength by New Chapter for osteopenia? Also on estrogen cream for strengthening your vagina. Your vagina. It says vaginal. Maybe I retyped it wrong. I feel like I have to pee all the time. All right. So, okay. But I don't know. I like New Chapter products, so I do not know that product. What I do use personally myself, because this is my personal one, you can tell it's open, is Pro Bono. New Chapter makes phenomenal products, so I'm sure it's fine. This is Pro Bono from Orthomolecular. Holy cow, because I was diagnosed with osteopenia this year. What? Who gets osteopenia? Skinny white women. Well, I have gained 10 pounds. I'm not considered skinny anymore, I don't think. But anyway, skinny white women usually get, well, they do. The Sally Fields of the world get this. And anybody can get a dry vagina like what she's got going on, but skinny white women get osteoporosis. It's the big women who've got some estrogen, some fat there. The estrogen hides in fat and it protects their bones. So,
yes, it does.
right? Am I
Yes.
correct?
I know you're correct.
I mean, I'm sure he'd say it a lot more sweet than I do. But anyway, so I use Pro Bono and I like it. I mean, my friend Lee Russell, who actually is my Dunwoody rep, turned me on to this. You take a crap ton of pills in the morning and you take a whole bunch in the afternoon, but it's got strontium and vitamin K27, magnesium, and it does have the proper amount of calcium in it. If you've ever taken calcium for your bones, people, this is more important than anything. If you've ever taken calcium, you have got to take vitamin K27, right? Yeah. Because calcium builds up in the arteries, right? And it will contribute to cardiac heart disease.
Yep.
K27, which is in Pro Bono, or if you don't need Pro Bono, K27 is what you find in organ meat, right?
Organ meat.
So your livers, your spleens, your kidneys, your tongues, your things we don't eat very much unless you're me. I love beef liver and I always have.
Beef tongue
K27.
is amazing.
Oh, I've never had that.
It's so good. It's like roast beef.
Oh, what?
You literally put in a pot yuck. In a pot, and you like steam it up, and you just like cut down the tongue and you open up and it's like it's like roast beef.
Oh,
anyway, I'm sorry, it's delicious.
It's not like chicken.
No, it's just delicious. It's actually it's even more tender than roast.
Are you serious?
I have no joke.
Where can we get a beef tongue? I bet from Bear Creek Farms, where I get my meat.
Most people do. Yeah.
I love Leanne at Bear Creek Farms, and that's where I get all of my beef and pork from and all that.
Ask her. I mean, it is delicious. It really
maybe we'll try beef. Anyway, K27, what it does is pulls calcium out of the arteries and lays it down on the bones to make bones stronger, right?
Yep.
And it's the #1 top tier treatment for osteoporosis in Japan. K27 is also used for heart disease, right? Diabetes, cancer, osteoporosis, osteopenia. I'm telling you, but now it's fat soluble, so you don't want to overdose on it, right? A, D, E, and K are fat soluble.
Yep.
So you don't want to overdose. But so if you don't need pro bono, but you've got heart disease in your family. So I started, this is actually my bottle of K27. I started on this. I was using K27 because my family has a cardiac disease history. They just fall over dead. I mean, fall over dead in the middle of what they're doing. Apparently one family member fell over dead in the middle of Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Guys, I'm not laughing that somebody fell over dead.
Well, my mom says, oh, you know, Uncle Udell fell over dead in Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I said, what? No. And her dad, everybody's died. My grandfather was the 13th person in the United States to have open heart surgery.
No way.
So they all have heart disease. So I started K27 a long time ago when Lee told me about it. But then she told me about this. So I started this. I backed off of this and I'm taking pro bono. So either one, I think your new chapter 1 or this, but I am a big believer. But again, this does no good, people. This right here, pro bono and all that, if you don't do bone strengthening exercise, weight bearing, planks, push-ups, yoga, weight training. Those are the things you do to build bones, right?
Wolf's Law, the more pressure you put on a bone,
you bet.
It's more osteoblastic activity, which are the cells. And
blast build bones. That's how I always remembered that in school.
Exactly right.
BBB, blast build bones. So right? Osteoclast breakdown bones, right?
Totally. Like
all right,
you have blast, they break down, they like tear it down, the blast build it up. And it is true that when you have K2 and you have vitamin A, D, E, and K, you have to have like the right balance.
Yes.
To like pull the vitamin D into your cells. That's the problem with most of us with genetic disorders. If you guys go onto a genetic test and see that your vitamin D receptors are mutated, then when she says taking K2, you're taking like vitamin E and taking vitamin A with your vitamin D will help pull the vitamin into your cell, and that will help activate and fight off osteoporosis, osteopenia, autoimmune, cancers, and things of that sort.
Yes.
And it even goes down further, guys. That will pass down and actually help you with your serotonin, dopamine, and your adrenaline levels. So it actually calms you down. So vitamin D is very important that way. So
I love vitamin D. And somebody wanted to know my favorite vitamin D, but I don't have it here because Ella just filled up her pill boxes and it's up in the counter. I use Metagenics D3. There's a lot of good D3s out there, but I like Metagenics and I use theirs, and that's what Ella takes 5,000 I use a day. I take 5,000. Some days I take 10,000. If I feel like I'm getting sick, I'll take 10 or 20,000 for about 4 or 5 days.
I do the same thing. I'll take 15 to 20,000. Like
in fact, we'll talk about that because I thought I was getting something last week, but I didn't. I never did come down with it. But I had a question about allergies. Allergies must be strong. Have you seen allergies this week? Or last week? I mean,
a lot.
Oh my gosh, my head was killing me for a solid week, and my all-time favorite, and everybody who knows me knows this, is A&I for allergies. I have used this since I was at Cool Springs Family Medicine. Is Harlan snoring?
I just like to make
Bless
sure.
his heart. Y'all, he's dying. He's bad.
He's okay.
He's going to be 10 years old in 2 weeks, and they don't live that long, English Bulldogs. And his breathing, I watched him today. I thought he was going to have a stroke outside. Thought he was going to have a stroke. He couldn't breathe for an hour afterwards. So he's going to die one day. We need to appreciate him.
He's a great dog. I love that guy. He's excited to see me. What is this?
A&I.
I love A&I.
Oh my gosh. This is way better than Zyrtec, Claritin, you name it. Quercetin, stinging nettle, vitamin C, N-acetylcysteine, and bromelain. Bromelain. That's what's in it. I have used this for years, and I have taken so much of this the past week. It's not even funny. And I combined it with wellness formula. This is the best. I'm telling you, I've not been sick in 2 years, and I think it's a combination of wellness formula and low dose naltrexone. Although I've used naltrexone for 4 years, but I added this in about 18 months ago. This too right here, I think kept me working all last week and allergies away. But I mean, you have to front load. Well, actually, you're supposed to front load both of these in, but both of these are great. Somebody asked, what do we do for allergies? Well, again, also, no dairy, right?
No dairy.
No dairy. That makes congestion worse. But these are my two favorites right here.
I will say that I would tout it on Instagram about being, like I say, a trifecta. when you said quercetin, vitamin C, and stinging nettle.
Yes.
And we both see, like when people come in and they'll take Singular, guys, and they'll take that and literally they go back like 6 to 8 months after they've taken that consistently, and their allergy doctor would say, like, I don't think you need to take this anymore. I get that a lot because A&I formula, there's one that's called Histoplex from Designs for Health. And you take those, and I mean,
good too.
And if you keep that up, I guarantee it's going to help your allergies.
Yes,
like,
I'm telling you, it works.
night.
I have people come in that are not my, of course, anybody can walk in the supplement store in your office too and buy supplements. You don't have to be our patient. They come from all over to buy that stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
To the point where it's crazy how much people will, like, they'll hear that somebody, your patient, they'll go, I heard this helped them, and they stop sniffling, and they will send everybody to go.
Yeah, it's incredible. We're loaded up on it. I made sure Allie bought a ton of it last week. Okay, one more question about estrogen and the vagina. So I've got 2 questions about that.
Estrogen in the vagina.
Well, estrogen is the first thing that leaves when a woman goes through menopause.
Yes.
Your vagina dries up like a raw piece of rice paper. And it's terrible. So it's horrible. Anybody who's experienced it can hit your button, because I am telling you right now, it is like sandpaper, razor blades on top of it with alcohol in the vagina. All right. So people know it because they've asked questions about it. So I had vaginal stenosis after menopause. You're laughing at somebody's.
No, I'm not.
Intercourse is painful, right?
Gosh.
Doctors just want to give me hormones, which I don't want to take. Is there anything else that can be done to plump up your vagina, right?
Yeah.
Not yours, but do you know, you may not know what to do about this, but I do. So I had 2 questions about this. The one who was wanting to know about estrogen cream for the vagina, and this estrogen cream for the vagina, I have no problems with. Now, I don't use Premarin. I use bioidentical estrogen, estradiol, if I'm going to use that, and it will plump the vagina up. But what will work better than anything is estriol. Estriol is the weakest form of estrogen, okay? Mm-hmm. So it's the first estrogen that leaves the minute you go through menopause. So the first thing that dries up, unfortunately, is the vagina when you go through menopause. And anybody I'm in the middle of it. I'm not using it, so I don't know what's happening down there, but I'm in the middle of menopause. But they tell me, I'm like, oh no, it is so painful. It is so dry. It bleeds because it's like rice paper. Yeah. It is so thin. That is very delicate tissue in that vagina. So I compound, and your provider can compound for you, estriol, estriol. Vaginal cream. You put it in the vagina for 10 days, every single night. Put it in there for 10 nights. All right. And then as needed, 2 to 3 times a week. Boom. It will plump up the vagina. Wow. Girl, dude. Yeah, not a girl. Girl, don't you? Like there's no tomorrow. I am telling you, I get phone calls. I'll never forget a phone call at my old office, Cold Springs Family Medicine. She left a voicemail that her vagina was back to her teenage years. It was funny. She's 74 now, this woman is. So anyway, it works beautifully. So I am not against bioidentical estrogen in the vagina, okay? Oh, not at all. And it works perfectly. But if you're having vaginal stenosis, now that's totally different, right? Stenosis means it's shrinking, getting smaller. Can't handle intercourse or penetration without pain. I highly recommend the Wish Clinic. I love the Wish Clinic. They are vaginal health pelvic floor specialists in Nashville. The Wish Clinic, yes. And they do a great job. Dr. Barry Jarnigan at the Center for Pelvic Health as well is absolutely phenomenal. So, and there's lots of things they can do. You can find a pelvic floor specialist as well, okay? So not a problem, but I'm telling you, the one who, and I don't have the name, who sent this in about the painful intercourse, if you will get some estriol in there, it will work beautifully. Until then, you can put coconut oil in there. Coconut works from the hair to the vagina to the toes. I'm telling you, coconut oil is great. Olive oil, lard, straight up lard.
We'll help out with that.
Oh my gosh, yes, you can put lard. The vagina is very vascular. you put it in there, it's going to soak up quickly, right? So you can put lard in there. You can put olive oil. I mean, this is serious stuff. We laugh about it, but I'm telling you, women who have been used to being able to have sex and all that, and then they go through menopause and this happens, it's terrible.
It's terrible. Like, and with that kind of avenue with hormones, ladies that are going through menopause and starting to go through menopause, patients that come in the office, I'll see ladies that are getting, in a sense, near that age. And if you guys suffer like from shoulder pains or go into your wrist, like you feel like you have numb wrist or you feel like there's pain down your arms, that's one of the early signs when a patient comes in, because they call it the circulation sex meridian in acupuncture. And that meridian is responsible for your blood circulation and your sex hormones, like your testosterone, estrogen, and progesterone. And so if you get early signs, what happens is a lot of times they'll say, oh, I have carpal tunnel, or I have wrist pain, or I have constant shoulder pain. I feel like I'm achy all the time. When that occurs, I always go ahead and check their levels for their hormones, because that's one of the pathways down the arms that are associated with like E1, E2, and E3. So if you guys have that and you're getting close to that age, you need to get it checked out and start doing what Dani is talking about.
Well, I've had lots of comments just now about this. And, you know, Julie, she says, I'm glad you're talking about this. I went through menopause in my 30s and no one talks about it. I just thought there was something wrong with me as a woman and not something, this is not something women talking about.
Oh,
you are right about that, Julie. There is nothing wrong with you. This is a natural part of aging, and the vagina does dry up, but I'm a big believer, you know, we need to keep our body optimal, and there's nothing wrong with bioidentical hormones. Right now, you got to weigh your breast cancer risks and all that. But the studies show that estriol in the vagina does not increase your breast cancer risk at all. Zero, zip, none. Okay. Now that's what the studies show. So I can't guarantee that. But oh my goodness, just to get back to feeling normal again, you know, I mean, we can't discount that at all. I had somebody ask, what's your favorite magnesium, right? Well, I talk about magnesium all the time. My all-time, well, golly, I guess I left it. Oh, here it is. Magnesium. Well, magnesium glycinate chelate is my all-time favorite. What's yours? I mean, all-time. This is like your basic magnesium that anybody could benefit.
I would say that glycinate, citrate, and taurate are like three of the ones that seem to like really solve up a lot of
the ones that end in ATE, right?
Yep.
This is the one I use at the office. OptiMag 125 Zymogen. They make a great one. Metagenics makes a great. So I also use a ton. All of you all know, oh, I left mine in the bathroom, crap. I use OptiMag Neuro, magnesium threonate we use for brain health, right? That's shown to cross the blood-brain barrier. Now there's also controversy on that. Who knows if it does, but I'm telling you, I've been using it for about a year now. I don't know. I feel sharper, but magnesium threonate. Okay. And I use the OptiMag Neuro, which is in my bathroom right now. It's a powder. And then Metagenics makes magnesium threonate capsules if you don't want to take a powder. And I know a ton of you use this, and it works absolutely fantastic.
Completely. And when we talk about like different forms of minerals and vitamins, we don't want to put fear about taking the wrong thing.
Nope.
Guys, remember that genetically, guys, you are unique.
Yep.
You're specific to you. So you may be able to break down a magnesium different than even your sister or your brother or your parent.
That's right.
You just have to find the one that works for you. So when you get overwhelmed, don't be overwhelmed with what we tell you. It is investigation. You just have to find out. For instance, I can take a magnesium citrate, no one.
Yeah.
If you tell me to take a taurate, it's not that it's bad for me. It may not work as well as the citrate. So that's what we're talking about. Yeah. Like the threonate.
Threonate works beautifully.
It is good though.
Now it's more expensive, but it works beautifully for me. And if you have any history, family history of dementia or Alzheimer's, or you yourself feel like your memory's not sharp, it works phenomenal, and you sleep like a log.
Sleep like a log. Oh, go ahead.
All right. Okay. We'll answer these first, and then we'll answer.
I'm going to start asking you questions. Be awesome.
I can't use beef collagen. What do you recommend? Because I love collagen for your hair, your bone, your skin, your joints, and all of that. Excuse me, all that stuff. So I use Vital Proteins. I think they're the best. Personally. Now, there's nothing wrong with Josh's stuff there at all, but I am a huge believer in Vital Proteins, and I've used it forever. It's clean, it's Whole30 approved, it's organic, it's grass fed. This is mine. This is the one I use here at the house, and put in my coffee. If I drink coffee, although I'm not drinking much coffee anymore. You know, my body, it's weird. I'm not craving it. And I love coffee.
I do too. I think that maybe.
But I just don't feel like it. I don't know what's up with me. But so she can't use beef. This is the one that we use, marine collagen. Do you use this one at the office?
I don't use it personally, but I know that I've had patients come in, I've tested it, and it's worked well for them.
It's red snapper is what it is.
Yes.
And most people do not have a sensitivity to red snapper. Now, we sell a ton of this stuff. People love it. I'm not a fan of it, so I'm just not. I'll just tell you up front. I mean, you can drink it, use it all you stinking want. It's in a I can't open it. I stole it from the office today. And I will take it back unopened. I can guarantee you. But people love it. But I just can't even fathom putting red snapper in my coffee or my hot tea. But people say there's no taste. I don't know. I'm just not. It's not my thing. But this is a vegetarian one, vegan one. Vegetarian, I guess vegan.
But vegan would be like without the fish. But,
yeah.
I mean, it seems to
so
work
it's red
pretty
snapper
well.
and it works. I'm telling you, people love it.
Yeah.
And this one, this doesn't come in the tub, but this comes in the little packets. And so it's great to travel with.
Oh, clearly.
You know, and that's what I travel with, the collagen in this. Now, Amber Mabry asked about children's multivitamins. Okay. So where is it? No, I'm sorry. Oh, crap. Not I grabbed, Amber, I am so sorry. I grabbed the brand new multivitamin from Metagenics. Shoot. Instead of the probiotics, she asked, what's the best strains to use? And is the lactose dairy? And how do probiotics play a part in the autoimmune issues?
Well,
this is wrong. So we're going to put this down. This is, oh my gosh. You want one of these?
Yeah, I do.
They taste like Starbucks. I mean, Starbucks crap. Starburst.
Starkiss.
Clearly, we don't eat those a lot. These are the brand new Metagenics children's multivitamin. This is the Phyto Multi that has been put in a Starburst-like consistency. If you have children or if you can't swallow something, I mean, you know, they're sweet, so there's a little bit of stuff in it. But, oh my gosh. These things are amazing, I think. They taste like Starburst.
Yeah,
okay?
Pretty good.
So she wants to know about the probiotics. So we need to move on. We're already 41 minutes here. Is the lactose dairy?
No. The lactose basically tells you what the strain of bacteria will break down.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have the bacteria in your gut and it says lactose in front of it, it means it will break down lactose, which is a sugar found in dairy. Mm-hmm. So if you have the right amounts of lactose bacteria, and there's many of them, there's a few, but if you have the right combination, they will break down the dairy. So if genetically, if Dani had certain amounts of lactose in her gut, if she did, like she had a good amount, she could eat cheese or do something like that and it wouldn't bother her.
Yeah.
But if I don't, I come from partially Asian descent, I don't have that amount, then I won't break it down, which means it ferments in my gut in the wrong way. So that is not dairy. It just means that you have the bacteria that can break down dairy. And the higher amounts of lactobacillus and things of those kind of bacteria, the higher amounts you have the greater capacity to break down lactose. So the people who get tested can break down dairy so much more. So it's not dairy at all. Just know that you can break down dairy if you have those in your gut.
And
these are great.
These things are good. I'm telling you, sometimes when I need a little something sweet, I'll eat one of these in the afternoon, or I'll take some of that new Designs for Health fish oil.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
You tried that? Holy cow. That Omega Eval liquid fish oil is to die for.
Like candy.
It is. I'll go take a shot of that. She wants to know about autoimmune disease and probiotics and when you take it. Now, I have our patients take our probiotics at night when you go to bed because your body heals at night, right? And so I have you inoculate the gut, whether you're using Megaspore. This is my Megaspore.
So good stuff.
This is, in my opinion, one of the best probiotics on the market,
stuff,
right? It's a spore-based probiotic. I love it. We keep it in. This is Orthomolecular's new orthobiotic, or it's not new. It's new to us. Allie, my office manager, thinks this works as good as this and as good as Theralac. She loves this probiotic, and it's a lot less expensive.
Really?
It's $34.
Orthomolecular is a great company, and I'm telling you what, some of their minerals are some of the strongest.
Yeah, they're the ones who make the probiotic. I mean, the pro bono over here. So this is Lactobacillus acidophilus, Paracasei, lactus, bifido, plantarum, rhamnosus, and boulardii. It is, it's got Saccharomyces boulardii in it as well. This is a great probiotic. If any of you've used this one, hit your buttons here.
But you can't order these from your online store, right?
Oh yeah, we keep these. Both
Teresa
of these are
just
at the
asked if we
IFM.
could do that. Yeah.
You can order anything that we have off of our online store, Integrative Family Medicine, and it's underneath there. Everything except Metagenics. They want to allow us to do that. So Metagenics has their own website on our DaniWilliamson.com under store. But anything else you can order straight from Carewell.
That's great.
We keep it stocked all down there in Orlando. Somebody wants to know what's my favorite deodorant. Aha! It works, doesn't it? Can you smell me?
No, you smell delicious.
Yeah, I know, right?
I use the word delicious to be really creepy.
Boom. I use Weleda. This smells good. Smell it. Right?
That is fantastic.
This is incredible.
What is that?
This is sage. Now they make rose. They make a lemon lime. I'm using the sage one right now. I love it. I think it works beautiful. It's all natural. It is a spray. It dries instantly. I have tried the pit paste. I have tried the rock. I have tried Tom's. Oh my gosh, that was the worst for me.
Really great.
It was terrible. That stuff smells great.
It does smell great.
You can have it. I'll give it to you.
No, you won't.
It's wonderful. Now, somebody else wanted to know why is our CBD the best? Well, I've got lots of reasons for that. But she says, I tried some. I don't think it worked. I didn't want to try yours if it was the same because it is expensive. And granted, I mean, this is $89 CBD right here. I don't know why ours is the best. I feel like it is. It's 500 milligrams. Are you using this yet at your office?
I am going to start because I'm starting to sell it on my website.
I get emails every week from people saying, I have tried other brands and Dani, Earth's Glory. Look at the hearts popping up. I'm telling you, it's the best I've ever used. And it works. It's high, it's organic. It's high spectrum. It is, full spectrum, high dose. They also have 1,000 milligram we have coming out, right? It is third party tested, which is so important if you're going to use a CBD oil. And you want to make sure it's full spectrum, just hemp oil. Yep. Hemp oil doesn't mean it's full spectrum, right?
Full spectrum would actually say that you got all the components of like
everything, the leaves,
everything.
All of it, CBDA, CBDB, CBDA, or CBD1, 2, all of the
I need to start hearing, we've been starting.
It is the best I've ever used. Now it's $89. It's not cheap. It is it's Earth's Glory, and it's 500 milligrams. If you go to their website, it's only $250, so you won't get the full dose. But I'm telling you, it works. You put it on your head. It works for anxiety, depression. Yes, everybody. It is the best I've ever used for chronic pain, insomnia, migraines. It works. So I don't know if you buy it and it doesn't work for you. They don't have a money back guarantee, but you could give it to somebody and I guarantee it would work.
Yeah. I'm going to start carrying it on mine. I'll start selling on the website. It'd be great.
Hey, spray this up your nose. Don't look, just spray it. Trust me. All right. So listen, I had somebody spray it. Okay. It's clean. I cleaned it off before. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm going to use your spray. Listen. Okay. So I've been researching oxytocin. You just sprayed oxytocin.
I'm going to go out and fall in love, and get married in
By the way, I have so many people tell me in the office, oh, you guys are so cute together. You need to be together. I'm like, oh, for God's sake, he's 38 years old. I'm 52. He wants children.
What? I didn't say I wanted children. I don't know if I do. I'm not sure.
Okay, so I can't reverse this. This is oxytocin, and I am researching oxytocin right now. Randy, see, now you got me all flustered. Randy over at Allen Hill's compounding this, but any pharmacy can. It's the love hormone, right? Yep. It's what's released whenever you have sex, whenever you hug somebody, whenever you nurse a baby, whenever. I'm telling you, we've been using this in the office, and it works. It is unbelievable. So if you guys are interested in oxytocin and your patients of mine, I will prescribe it for you because I'm telling you, it's fantastic. I've got 2 girls in the office using it who think it's changed their world.
Completely. That when we go into work every day, and you guys too, and you have a job like me and Dani, I think we enjoy our work. But as stressed as we are, they say that the research has showed with oxytocin
Yes.
that people who work hard, they get up early and they go to work, and people say you should not work that much. But if you, in a sense, love the work you do or you enjoy it and it even fatigues you, that oxytocin is released because it's a good stress hormone. Like you literally enjoy the stress you're going under. So when you go to bed at night, you're tired, you're fatigued, but it's still, they say that people that release more oxytocin live longer than people who don't. So you could have
may be why married people live longer than single people. Maybe because they're having more sex or something.
Maybe
I don't know.
Or because like that means
I got it. We're in trouble. We're in deep trouble.
What's going on here?
Oh Lord! But I'm going to tell you, I'm really loving this oxytocin. I am, and so I'm going to have to find somebody. Oh. All right, guys.
Swipe.
I know,
keep
right?
It, swipe.
Okay, let me go check my Tinder account. All right, guys, you all. Okay, so those are all the questions that I actually had, and we've got 10 minutes left here, so we've got to move fast.
Okay, I want to ask you, like you're so sexy, Dani. Age is just a number.
Mary, I love you.
Oh,
you are so sweet.
Here's a good one. I found one that's for you.
I mean, all of this here. It's a shame I'm still single. I'm telling you, 15 years.
There was one about D3, like about homosexuality. Okay, I have one question.
Okay.
2 questions. It says, curcumin, what you believe is good for inflammation.
Oh, good.
Okay, and
Lord,
what's the brand you recommend?
Okay.
DHEA for men.
DHEA for men, I use orthomolecular, 25 milligrams, and I absolutely love that DHEA. It works beautifully.
Okay.
And DHEA is a precursor to testosterone, right? It's made in your adrenal glands. I love it, and it's cheap, and it's a good way to start before you start testosterone or something stronger.
Yep.
Right?
Okay.
Curcumin, oh, good Lord, yes. I use Metagenics inflavanoid something. I can't remember the name of it. I love that one. And the reason I love that, and I also use Gaia. If you're going to use the herb and you're going to use a herbal company, I love Gaia's NFKB, right?
Ooh, yes.
Curcuma. I love that one. But I also
use
the reason I use Metagenics one is because it has boswellia, xanthol humol, ginger. I think it has ginger,
all that,
as well as something else in it, and curcumin. It is phenomenal.
Wow.
Inflavanoid plus or inflavanoid something, I can't remember, but we keep it in the office and it's on our website under Metagenics. Inflavanoid. So just remember that.
Okay. And that's like great. Like Lisa Chumbler, is that right?
She's my cousin.
She said lack of vitamin D, is there a cancer link?
Yes, there is. Heart attack, stroke, cancer, osteoporosis, osteopenia, fatigue, depression, weight gain, foggy headedness. I don't know if I said insomnia or not. Yeah, there's a cancer link to low vitamin D. So normal vitamin D levels are 30 to 100. Optimal vitamin D levels are going to be 60, 70, 80, 90. You know, if your vitamin D is below 60, you're not going to lose weight.
Not going to lose weight?
No.
Like how much would you say, like they were talking about D3, right?
Yes.
They're talking about what is basically your general recommendation for a day. Do you think so I need more than like 5,000 of D3? Like that's a little bit like it's dependent on the person.
Now that's very dependent on where your levels are to begin with. So I can't tell you specifically. I use anywhere from 1,000 to 10,000 a day with D3. I mean with K2 in it as well, right? So Ella and I are on 5,000. I use a day because we brought ours up, but I was on 10,000 for 2 months. Excuse me, to bring my level up. And I did with Metagenics 10,000 D3 with K. It works phenomenal. If anybody's ever used it, they know it'll bring it up quickly.
Wow. And Michelle Zegers, and she said like she was 59, she has osteoporosis, and I guess you recommend the pro bono.
I like pro bono, yeah.
And so what do you think, what's your idea on maca? Let me see.
Maca. Well, let me tell you something. I've got 2 people who started maca in my office for libido. Mm-hmm. Their chest blew up like there was no tomorrow. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to start maca next week. I already take enough pills. I'm starting maca. And I'm going to tell you all, if I get bigger than a AA. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not going to tell you who did it, but anyway, so maca works for libido, but it will give you some breast tenderness, nipple sensitivity, as well as enlarging your breast a little bit. But it definitely works for libido. Sorry.
I love these shows. And okay, so Monty, we say hi. I saw
Monty,
the
I
other day.
had coffee with Monty.
I saw him the other day. I love you, Monty.
He told me he saw you at Burger Up.
Totally.
We had coffee on Saturday together.
So
he wants me
good.
to start ballroom dancing.
Oh my
And I
word.
want to so badly.
I used to take a little bit here and there.
You
I've been a little salsa dancing a bit too, guys.
I'm a terrible dancer. I'm like Elaine from Seinfeld. It is terrible. I mean, terrible.
Guys, you just think that you're not good at dancing. You just got to let the groove.
No, it doesn't work for me. I look like I dance on tables, but I don't.
How about, does CBD affect Marnie liver function? And then we could say,
I don't know what that means. Does it mean it affects it in a bad way?
That's exactly like.
Or does it help your liver functions?
I would think.
I don't think it increases liver enzymes, ALT and AST, but I don't know that answer. I'd have to find that out for you.
Yes, I think
it's an anti-inflammatory, so one would think it would lower anything.
Exactly. I think that if you had enough of the good CBD from Earth's Glory going in and affecting the receptors on your cells that are programmed to pull in CBD.
Every cell in your body except the medulla oblongata have CBD receptors. Unbelievable.
Exactly. And I would think it would actually naturally decrease liver inflammation. So it actually would help your liver function. That's what I would naturally suspect, though. So I hope that answered your question, though. And I love these because people are killing
Hey,
them.
if you guys want to see Keisha Kynes on here next Sunday night, who just wrote the recent brand new release last week Epstein-Barr protocol book, EBV protocol. You need to order this from Amazon. It's nearly 600 pages. If you want to see her on here live with us, split screen, you need to hit your heart buttons. You need to hit your like buttons. Epstein-Barr, it's huge. We've already done an EBV show, but this woman wrote the book, Dr. Keisha Kynes, and I met her in last week at the JJ Virgin Mindshare. If you want to, then let us know, because I will attempt. I texted her, and she may have already texted, but I don't know, to come on next week. So I would love to do that. But while he's looking up things, what's going on in your office? We've got 3 minutes.
Okay. Office, we've had quite a bit, guys, of influx of new patients that want to come in. We have been focusing on the avenue of where we will take everybody's sensitivities, allergies, that deal with hormones, infections, and with their autoimmune relations. And we actually try to use the acupuncture system. We use trigger point therapy and biofeedback to help alleviate that, so that when they go through their healing, that at the end they don't have to take a ton of supplements. So we've been seeing great results, especially with people who have hormonal issues, guys, and we've been treating the ears, the eyes, the nose, the throat, and the mouth, and the thyroid, and seeing great things. And we're doing a lot of Instagram at Dr. Motley. We're doing a lot of videos, and we're just doing education like Dani. So we've been doing a ton of it. So I'm adding a new story, a new thing on my website, drmotley.com. And it's going to sort of tell you how I do things. And it's pretty snazzy. So.
Yay. That's exciting.
Yeah.
All right. This Friday, 11 o'clock, Donna Durham, who owns Waiting Comforts, is doing a lunch and learn for us. And she'll be bringing her blankets to sell as well. If you are familiar with Waiting Comforts, they're nationwide.
I've heard
you need to be there at 11 o'clock.
What?
So anxiety, depression, restless legs, ADHD, autism, you name it.
I've heard of this.
The unbelievable weighted blankets out there. So she's coming. She's a therapist. 11 o'clock. It's free. It's free. It's free. Please come show us some love.
Go to this.
I want you there, because it's a big deal to get her here. She's got a huge business. And then that's this Friday at 11 o'clock at Integrative Family Medicine. And then next Friday, we have Maximize Genetics. Chad Yarbrough is going to be in the house. The good-looking guy that he is. We got him and Dr. Motley. I'm telling you now.
Chad
he's
makes
gonna
me
be
look
there.
like a
Maximize Genetics, and we're going to be talking about genetic testing. We're going to discuss mine. I got mine back. Well, I haven't seen it yet, so we're going to reveal it at the Lunch and Learn next 2 weeks. This will be, I think, the 31st, August 31st. It's under events on the Dani Williamson page. So you need to RSVP, because only 2 people have RSVP'd for Friday. And I need to know, because people don't want to show up, and we can't keep offering free stuff if people aren't going to show up, right?
the great thing I'm saying with when she offers to maximize genetics is that certain other companies, you'd have to like send your saliva test in, then get the information back, and then plug it into another application.
Yes.
With Maximize Genetics, they do it all for you.
Yes, they do.
So
they do every bit for
step.
you. We're going to be selling the kits there that day for the exact same price that they sell them on their website for. So also, if you want to see an upcoming lunch and learn on benzodiazepine addiction, as well as breast implant illness, I have 3 people willing to do those lunch and learns. 2 people who were hooked up, who were addicted to benzodiazepines, and 2 people who have removed their breast implants. And if you want that, then I need you to pop your buttons up here because I need to know it. I need to see it or say it because this is huge. Benzodiazepine, Valium, Ativan, Ambien. You don't think Ambien's addictive? Try to stop it tonight if you're on it, right? So I mean, these are free and I am thrilled to death to be offering these, but I want to make sure people are going to be there and they want to be there. And I've got a woman who's willing to share her story on benzo addiction that I worked with for years to get her off of it. And she ended up having to commit herself to Cumberland Heights for 21 days. And she's going to come share her story. And I want you guys to support. If you want this, then let me know because we'll schedule it. There's no shame at all.
I will say this, guys, real quick. When you talk about breast implants, guys, real quick thing. I had a patient that come in. Every time we checked them, they would find there were certain acupuncture points on the chest. And the lady asked, she's like, do you think I need to get this checked out for my breast implants? I said, from all the indications I get, you should go get it done. Go gets it done. And she finally decided to get them removed. So she took pictures of it. On the side, we kept finding all these points. Her breast implant was completely molded inside and out.
Oh my gosh.
4 leaks in it.
No.
The other side was completely perfect.
I'm
no
telling
drain.
you.
And she was completely sick since she was 18 when she got the breast implant.
No.
No joke.
No.
She's always been sick, had parasites, things like that was going on in the body. So that is no joke. So I mean,
it is no joke. And both gals are going to be sharing, but it is unbelievable, their stories. Also, Yoni steaming I got my rack cards. I'm going to be delivering these out. Yoni steaming, if you want to steam your yoni and get your girlfriends out there. We have got all kinds of information up there. And the biomat and the sauna, the relaxed sauna. So we are scheduling online at DaniWilliamson.com under schedule now or something, book now. But I'm telling you, this is great. If you've got any sort of issues with your yoni, or anything GYN, oh yeah. Or if you know anybody who would benefit from this, come pick up these cards and or let me know and we'll mail them out. Yep. But big deal. On the 24th, Beautifully Broken, my buddy Eric Welch, he's the director of this feature film that starts nationwide on August 24th. It is a beautiful story on forgiveness and redemption and healing of 3 families. 2 of those families apparently actually live here in Nashville. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous movie. I can't wait for y'all to see this. Also tomorrow, Ethan Kellum, orthopedic surgeon who also practices regenerative medicine, is going to be in the office with me, and we're going to do a Facebook Live tomorrow night. Yes, or tomorrow afternoon. I'm sorry. I am so excited. He's with Nashville Regenerative Orthopedics. He's using stem cells and he gets it. He gets the fact that your body is designed to heal itself. Mm-hmm. And he reached out today and we are going to be live tomorrow. And I hope I have found a brand new orthopedics that I can refer to.
That's so good because remember guys, when she talks about stem cell and she says your body's designed to heal.
Yes.
When we talk about thyroid health in your body, all your stress, not pooping well, having community, when you have a weakened thyroid, it does not allow your body to get rid of all the distractions. We are here to help your body get rid of the distractions.
Yes.
But I'm telling you, stem cells are put into the body because those are the cells that help build new cells. So if you get rid of all the distractions, all the negative, all the toxins, and you had stem cells go into a joint, people regenerate joints, regenerate backs, regenerate knees. It is pretty cool stuff.
Yes, it is. And if you want him on here on a Sunday night service with us, just hit your heart buttons because he may be actually watching tonight. Marnie, we get our CBD from Earth's Glory in Kentucky. So we have a whole CBD video on this under Sunday night service, under videos. You're welcome to watch it. It's also on our website. But listen, Integrative Family Medicine will be sponsoring again, second year in a row, the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention walk, Out of Darkness walk in October. If you want to join our team, the link is on our webpage, or is on our Facebook page. The Facebook page here. You can also just donate. You can come by the office and donate, or you can donate online. So this is an epidemic. Suicide is.
Yep.
It has touched my family. My grandfather committed suicide. I've had family members attempt to commit suicide. And so we are, we're going to have Nikki Scott, who's one of the board members for the American Foundation of Suicide Prevention. She's going to talk to us one night as well.
Perfect.
Okay. So we've got a lot of things coming up here, a lot of great things. And so guys, we are 5 minutes over.
Hey, we appreciate everything. Thank you for all the great words and comments and kindness. And we love you all. If we can't answer every question, just follow us and keep trying to follow us. And it's not that we don't want to answer. It's just like there's a lot, but
at Dr. Motley, at Dani Williamson Wellness, both of us on Instagram and Facebook. So we love you guys. Sorry we ran over, but we haven't seen each other in so long. How's your oxytocin feeling?
I actually feel pretty good. I'm going on an online dating service. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's good.
You dare.
Thank you. Oh, come on. No.
All right, guys. We love you.
Really,
have a fabulous
Thanks,
week.
guys.
Remember, you are in charge of how you think your week is going to go. If you don't like your job, well, then you need to find a new job. But if you can't find a new job, then by Guinea, you need to change the way you think about your job. All right. I want you to have a great week. I want you to get out there and exercise, eat well, move well, sleep well, poop well, decrease stress, and by gosh, find some community. Exactly. If you don't have it, then get out there and cultivate it. Figure out something. Join a meetup. Do something. Find some community. Find
community. Find the people that you love and they love you.
Get your tribe together, because we heal when we have community. Right?
Exactly right.
All right, guys. We love you.
Love you guys.
See you later.
Have a good night. Bye.